I am back with another video. I am Flex, and welcome to the Flex Effect. And today I'm going to be talking about three of Tom Ford's most sexiest fragrances, and that is Cherry Smoke, Lost Cherry, and Tobacco Vanille. And yes, these fragrances are date night fragrances, ball fragrances, prom fragrances, fragrances where you're going to have close encounters with that special someone, and you want to leave a lasting impression, and you want it to help you get past first base. So we're going to talk about Cherry Smoke right here. And Cherry Smoke was probably released about 2 years ago, right after Lost Cherry. And the difference in this one is that this has that bar cherry that, you know, when you order a drink and the bartender drops those two juicy cherries in there, those Marzelli cherries. That's what this smells like, with some incense added to it. And it's that smoking cherry smell that adds that sensual sexiness to the scent. This is definitely a man's fragrance, but women like it, and they probably will try to wear it because it does have that cherry element, which kind of leans to film, but it's that smokiness and slight woodiness in the Tom Ford fragrance that brings it back to the man side. But a woman definitely can, certain type of women definitely can pull this off. And you can definitely wear this to a movie night, a dinner night, a Netflix and chill night. But this would definitely help that special someone that smells you get a little bit closer to see what is that smell, because they will be interested. And then Lost Cherry. This was released about 4 years ago. And this is definitely a unisex scent. And it's because it has that bitter almond in it. And it has that incense also. But what makes it masculine is that it has this 1930s cigar bar ashtray type smell to it, that smells like it was in a room where people were shooting pool, having cognac and Hennessy, and having top shelf type drinks and having a good time. If you just walked into a place where everybody was in a suit and tie and the women were in really nice dresses, and back in the day everybody used to smoke cigarettes with one drink in a hand and a cigar in one other hand, and there's an ashtray there, that is what this will smell like, because it does leave behind a kind of like smoky resinous aspect when the cherry falls to the background. And it's a beautiful scent. It is a sexy scent. It is a man scent, but it's definitely a unisex scent that a woman can pull off. Trust me, my wife is trying to steal this from me multiple times, and I've worn it, and I've had to buy backup bottles because of it. And definitely you want to be dressed, don't have to be a suit and tie, but you do want to look nice on this one. This one, you want to seal the deal. If you're looking to seal the deal, whether at dinner, after the movie, after the play, after the symphony, this is still the deal. And it has good projection, good sillage. I remember I wore this one time, and this may have been like 40 minutes to an hour later, and someone was like, somebody was smoking cigars in the hallway. And I'm like, really? But I didn't know. I honestly didn't know what they were talking about. And then she walked past me maybe like 2-3 hours later, and she smelled me. She's like, that was you. You were smoking cigars in the hallway. I'm like, no, that's the fragrance. This is Lost Cherry. So Lost Cherry does have great sillage, great projection. It is falls slightly short of being a masterpiece, but it is close to being a masterpiece. But this one is definitely a wintertime scent, when you have everything going on with the fireplace, and you know you're going to be close and have those encounters, and you're going to have women all up on you, or that's hopefully what you want to, whether you're going to a club or a lounge or a gala or whatever the case may be. Lost Cherry will get you noticed, guaranteed. And older than all of them, this fragrance came out probably more than a decade ago, and this one is a world-renowned Tom Ford scent, and this is a masterpiece. It is very simple in the notes. Tobacco Vanille means tobacco and vanilla. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. The tobacco in here is definitely masculine, but it's that vanilla note that comes in sliding in the background that makes it lean towards the middle. So it doesn't really go too masculine, but it doesn't go too femme either, which means that women can also pull this off. This is a nose eye catcher. You walk past people, they're like, what is that? Who is that? Who's wearing that? Even when you're gone, someone will walk in and be like, somebody's wearing something great. There's candles that have been scented after this. This is masterpiece. This is masterful. Anybody that wants a Tom Ford fragrance, anyone that's looking to have a collection of Tom Ford fragrances, this is definitely where you want to start at. This right here, it has to be in your collection in some form, sort of way. You will wear this and you will run out of it and you will refill it. This is probably my third time buying this. And it's not something that I reach for every single day, but I will reach for it more towards the winter times, like the cuddle season, the close-up season, Christmas, Thanksgiving, when all the plays and all the symphonies and all the movies that are coming out, and you're going out on all the dinner dates, and you have the Netflix and chill. And this is definitely a signature scent. This is signature scent. Signature scent. Can you wear it to the office? Yes. And this one, the price is not going to kill you. You can find this at retailers from anywhere from $100 to $200. These bottles come in 30, 50, 100 mLs, and I think they come in even bigger than that, but they're reasonably priced. This is one of Tom Ford's most reasonably priced fragrances right here. So you cannot lose, and you will not lose wearing Tobacco Vanille. If you're a guy that likes to wear bright citrus type fragrances, this would definitely be a great switcher for you, because people are known for when you walk by and they're like, okay, here comes Gary smelling like orange juice or bright citrus, but Gary switches it up and puts on Tobacco Vanille. This is going to bring the mystique and the mystery all the way back. Like, you wearing that? Where you going? This is definitely a where you going smelling like that type of scent. That's how good this is. Tom Ford sells this in candles, and if you get the candle, it's also magnificent, but this one, it works. You want to smell like this? You want your house to smell like this? You want your spouse to smell like this? This is, if you smell like this, you are winning. You most likely will win. And this is why I tell you that these three are one of Tom Ford's most sexiest fragrances right here. It gets the job done. I've never been around a group of women, or whether it's my wife or whether I'm at work or anywhere, because I experiment with these when I first got them. I've worn them everywhere, whether it be to the gym, whether it be to work, whether it be on a night outing, to a movie, to a lounge, and it's definitely compliment getters. It definitely brings them in close. People will definitely ask you, like, what are you wearing? Where do you get that from? With all three of these, you cannot go wrong. I would say, listen, whichever one you can get for the best price is the one that you go with. You can't go wrong. You can also layer these. Yes, you can layer Lost Cherry. You can layer Lost Cherry with Tobacco Vanille. Spray it. You can walk into it. Woo! Oh, man. Yes. Unknowingly to a lot of people, Tom Ford fragrances are meant to layer. I am not good at layering, so I don't know all the ins and outs of what's layered with what, but a lot of Tom Ford fragrances are made to layer. I cannot say that enough. I just don't know how to do it. I know certain ones that layer really well, and that is the Tobacco Vanille and the Lost Cherry. This is Thanos. If you want to just walk in the building and people just try to come up to you, they'll just disintegrate, and you'll just keep walking, and you can just brush people off. They'll brush themselves off. People are going to try to stop you. They'll never be able to stop you, because you will have the 5 Infinity Stones when you layer these together. And let's see. I have not tried this, but if you can layer Lost Cherry together with Tobacco Vanille, you can probably layer Cherry Smoke with Tobacco Vanille. Not bad. Not bad, no. But I think Lost Cherry and Tobacco Vanille is better. I think this one can stand on its own a little bit more, because I think this one has a little bit more of a smoky nuance than Lost Cherry. But this one with Lost Cherry brings what Lost Cherry does not have. And Lost Cherry, although it is smoky, it does have that cigar, it does have that bitter almond, it does have that cherry. It's not as deep as this. And this one does bring the deeper, darker elements, where Lost Cherry is a little bit brighter than Cherry Smoke. Cherry Smoke is definitely a darker fragrance. And if you add it with this, it's good. But if you add it with Lost Cherry, it's great. So listen, you will not go wrong with these three magnificent, sexy Tom Ford fragrances. Don't take my word for it. If you can get a sample, get a sample. If you can only afford one, just wear one. You do not have to layer. If you have the means to do so, do so. But if you just want to rock one on its own, you're winning. So once again, Lost Cherry, Cherry Smoke, Tobacco Vanille, 3 of Tom Ford's most sexiest date night fragrances. This is Flex signing off. Have a great day.